Okay, so I think last we talked, we were gonna work on our summaries of the executive summary and then the yearly summary and then the next steps and discussion. So are we feeling good with that?
That's right.
Sounds good.
And so yeah,
can
I had read the bylaws and it says that we're supposed to submit a report annually, so I assumed we met annually. And then I saw on the city council procedures that we meet every 2 years. So I wasn't really too concerned that they pushed our meeting, and Jessica said that we can still submit the annual report via a council briefing memo. So, and then if we do actually meet with them in September, they may still push us out till next year, but if we do meet with them in September, then we can present that. But
Well, if we could just do it by memo, which would mean that we don't necessarily have to meet with them in person. Is that correct then?
well, no, because their procedures say that you do meet with them every 2 years. So
Okay, but we met last year.
right, but what my understanding was is why the meeting was pushed to September was they're trying to make it so that all of the committees kind of meet with the council at the same night. And they're going to try to do that going forward. So
Mm.
if that works out,
Interesting.
we might still meet with them in September, but
Okay, all right.
and if not, then we have to meet with them next year because
Right,
by procedure, we have to meet with them.
right.
So I
Okay.
guess I'm still not clear. If, regardless of whether we meet with them or not this year, how do we get them this annual report? And do they have an expectation of time frame for it?
No, I don't think they have an expectation of time frame, but it can be submitted via something called a council briefing memo. And it's basically just addressed to the city council and says, here's SPAC's annual report, and then we put it in there. And it's just something they all get. They don't necessarily discuss it or have a meeting about it.
Right, they just look it over and see what they want to ask us in the future.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. All right, so last time we met and divided this stuff up from my division of labor back up here. So Brittany was going to summarize the public comment and committee response. I'm just taking this from the top. Do you want to go ahead with that, Brittany?
Yeah. So I think that's what we did for the last meeting. And for this one, I did all of the, I summarized all of the, it was kind of like a summary of summaries. I did like I pulled the, and here, let's see if my bandwidth is good enough to share my screen here. Thank you all for putting those summaries at the top of of the difference, the summary of the summaries, right? The summaries that we did for the last meeting. I put them in here and I divided it in the order that we normally do our agendas and then just pulled the highlights. The only major things I did, I just changed the wording so it was kind of all consistent and similar tenses for the presentation and then, or for the document. And then for the policy review, I just said how many policies we did and then kind of noted that a lot of the policies we reviewed are going to be updated as part of that accreditation
Right,
process.
that's great. That looks good.
Just look good. Okay, awesome. Cool. And yeah, that was it, I think. Was that right?
yeah, that looks
Okay.
great.
Awesome.
Hold it. Can you switch back there, Brittany? I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't
totally.
see,
Yeah.
I don't see business from the committee.
Let me share here. Oh, I called it as member share. Do you
Oh,
want
okay.
to change it to, I can change it to business from the committee.
No,
Would that be better?
Well, yeah, that's how we have it. And let's just do that if that's okay.
No, that's a great catch. Thank you, Terry, for consistency. Awesome. Okay, there we go.
Okay, yeah, this looks great to me.
Awesome.
Carla, what do you think?
It looks great. Yeah,
Beautiful.
I like it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I worked on the executive summary, which is like a summary of the summary.
Right. The summary of the summary, the summaries.
So these are the 3 points that I came up with that were kind of a nice summary of overall. But I wanted to check and see if anybody here had anything else that they thought it would be a good idea to add. Oh, 13.
Yeah, make that 13.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mhm.
I think, I don't know if it's mentioned in any others, parts, but that part about accomplishment of Chief Shearer and his staff, or, I mean, maybe we could highlight the IA Pro and Blue Team's, tracking program that we got.
Oh, yeah, where it says,
For down here at where finally the SPAC would like to highlight the accomplishment of Chief Shearer and his staff for their, I don't know what that
So
they're.
that's, I was like, I read what we had last year. I didn't want to, definitely didn't want to repeat it. It wasn't appropriate, but I wasn't sure what to put here. So what was that you said, Tiffany?
Well, I don't know if anybody attended council the other night where Chief did his presentation.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so they talked a lot about the complaint and commendation process.
Mhm.
And that's a direct result of us purchasing the IA Pro software. And so we can better track complaints and commendations. I can figure out some wording around that.
Will you? Or, okay.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I'm just
Tiffany.
yeah. Yeah,
obviously that-
I think that would be a good thing to highlight because I know that the council was pretty impressed with that.
Yeah, I do too.
Anything else that we want to make sure that we highlight for the chief and his team?
I think this is good. Again, we want to keep it short and sweet, so.
totally agreed. Yeah, that sounds perfect to me.
Okay, and then we also need to talk about next steps in discussion, which until we present all of this to the to SPAC as a whole, I'm not quite sure where we can go on this, because we do need the total team input on some of this stuff too.
Yeah, and I think that we asked at the last meeting for them to send you guys anything
And
and
I've received nothing.
nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So I think we're gonna have to wring it out of them at the meeting.
Exactly.
itself. Yeah,
So, do you guys want to forward me your 2 completed documents and I'll put it together as one document? And,
mine's all on hopefully mine is on the one,
the OneDrive?
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I will go there and get them and then I'll put it all together for us to discuss at the next meeting.
Okay,
What do
great.
you think of that? And
Sounds
that's
perfect.
April something. April,
Yeah.
something.
Is it April?
Yeah, we meet
Okay.
all the
Yeah.
each months we meet, so.
Yeah. Okay, so that would bring us, everything would be pretty much ready with just the approval of the whole committee,
Yes.
except for the next steps in the discussion. And then we can pull them into it. So we need to make sure that gets on the agenda then as
Yes,
that.
yep, and I will put it on there.
Perfect.
Excellent.
All right, so
Hey,
I think we rocked it, ladies.
I think we did too. I appreciate this team and everything you did. So thank you.
Yeah. All right, well, I might, after I put it together, send it to you guys just to review before we send it to the committee at the time of the agenda. I'm in some training next week, so it might be after that, but,
That's fine. Again, hey, and congratulations to you on the polar plunge.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool. Congrats.
Yes,
Yeah.
and if you guys ever want to come join me.
You're cute.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. This was,
How much money how much money got raised by the police departments?
I think, for all the police departments here locally, it was like around 12,000.
Nice.
That's
And,
amazing.
but the event itself, our goal was like 40, and I think the last time I looked, it was at 46 or 49, so
Wow,
really good.
Incredible.
excellent.
And that,
Excellent.
that is the only year, because I've done this like 6 or 7 years now. The most miserable time was when it was like pouring down rain and we're setting up, and so I was soaked before I even went in the river.
Oh, God.
It was actually nice in the river, but this time it was cold. This first time I remember getting out thinking, I can't feel my feet.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Oh, my
Lord.
goodness.
Very
Do you have to
cold.
get totally wet on that?
No, you don't have to. A lot of people like to, but the river was so low this year, like the dive team that was standing out there, they were only up to their waist, which me, was up to my shoulders. But I had to actually jump on a Zoom meeting at noon, and we were supposed to go in at 11, and then I had to change. So I just walked out there and high-fived the diver, walked back in.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations on that.
And you guys should all, SPAC should be getting or has gotten an invitation to our awards ceremony on March 8th. So we would,
I have not received that yet.
Yeah, I know.
I think Zach is sending it out today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do it at the Wildish Theater at 4 o'clock on the 8th. So
Nice.
Cool.
So put it in my calendar now to hold the
Yeah.
space.
yes, and it's gonna be fun.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to that. I just joined a board that supports the Wildish Theater, so that's nice that they're doing that.
Yeah, well, it was really, I was surprised how inexpensive it was to rent it. It was like, wow, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah,
That's good to know.
And it's a great space too, so.
it is. It's really a cool space. And having, been born and raised in Springfield, I know what that place used to look like. So
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet.
as an old theater.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, at the Wildish. And at 4 o'clock, you said?
yep, 4 o'clock on the 8th.
Okay, perfect.
All right, well,
All
thank you.
right, everybody, thank you. I know that this was a huge effort, and Brittany, I appreciate you being able to juggle your time, and Carla, thank you for all of your help. So
Yeah, thank you
Tiffany,
all.
great pulling everything together. Thank you all.
Yeah,
Yeah, back at you. It was a great group.
Yeah.
That was, okay, cool.
all right,
We'll
we'll
talk
talk
to you
soon.
soon.
All right,
Okay, take care.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, everybody.